I'm with Deon Grant, former Tennessee great football player, All-American for Tennessee, one of the all-time leading interceptors for the Vols, going into the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. Deon, that's quite an honor.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I definitely feel honored, and I appreciate, the whole committee that was played a part in putting this together. Feel good. Looking forward to the rest of the day.
You're from Augusta, Georgia. I think you're only the fourth player from Augusta to go to Tennessee. How did you wind up at Vol?
I think on my recruiting visit, between my recruit visit and also Coach Former, Rod Garner, and also Kevin Ramsey coming in, one of the only coaches that came and actually sat in my mom's living room, and just the conversation they had with me, my mother and I, about them needing me versus wanting me. I think that stood out in my mom's eyes and also in my eyes. And when I came on here to visit, they treated me with royalty, and the rest was history.
There were three other players that Rodney Garner got: Jamal Lewis, Cozy Coleman, Fred Weary. Did you know that you were a part of that group with those guys?
Well, I left that part out. Jamal played a huge part of that also, because of the whole Georgia-Florida rivalry back then in high school, and also Georgia wasn't recruiting Jamal as much. Jamal and I was on the All-American games together. So when we came on the visit together, he sold like, D, forget UGA, let's go on to Tennessee. Tennessee-Florida rivalry is bigger than the UGA-Florida rivalry, and we can be that team, to stop what Florida been doing to Tennessee at that time. So he sold that to me, and everything else that Tennessee had and offered on that visit, I was all in.
Yeah, Georgia thought he was a fullback. They kind of missed on that one.
Yes, they did.
Now, the Florida game. So I want to ask you about this. So in 1998, a huge game. Tennessee was unable to beat Florida. You get them at home. You beat them in overtime, 20-17. And when Florida missed that overtime field goal, Neyland Stadium, which was a record crowd, just erupted.
Yes.
What do you remember about that?
Oh, just being, in that crowd when the goal post and everything coming down, and just knowing that clock struck zero and we was up, words really can't explain it. I felt great for the state of Tennessee. I felt great for all the ball fans because I knew what they've been going through over the years, and I knew we had something special. So I was just looking forward to going to celebrate and getting ready for the next week, to be honest with you.
So you were on the field when the fans stormed the field?
Yes.
Did you feel safe, or were you concerned?
Yes. I felt super safe.
Yeah.
I felt super safe. We were celebrating together. I didn't feel threatened at all. I think I stayed out there a little too long, to be honest with you. I think they had to come and get me to bring me back into the locker room.
You were enjoying yourself,
Yes,
weren't you?
yes, I was.
I think I remember playing the game where it looked like a Florida receiver was open, and at the safety position, you came over and leaped up and made a one-handed catch. I remember that right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
it was a great play.
I appreciate that. I think that's what really, I guess, people started recognizing who Deon was. The coaching staff and the people that was responsible for getting me here, they knew who I was from what I did in high school. But I think that play, from a national standpoint, really opened a lot of people's eyes of who is Deon Grant. So that play was definitely one of the most special plays in my career.
So in 97, Tennessee wins the SEC. It's really good, but loses 3 first-round picks. It was Marcus Nash, Terry Fair, Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Some people didn't think the 98 team would be as good. Were you confident that 98 could be special?
Yes, because I knew we had the #1 recruiting class when I came in. With the guys that we had myself. It's a long list between Jamal, Cozy, Fred, myself, Dominique Stevens, Travis Stevens, Travis Henry, all these guys. And I knew what we had coming back with the Peerless Prices and Jermaine Coleman, and I can go on and on, Sean Ellis. So I felt very confident. And I knew what we was doing in the offseason. In the offseason, they said that was probably the #1 all-season they didn't had in a long time at the University of Tennessee. So everybody had done bought into whatever the mentality of the program at the time, and we were just looking forward to that first game.
And you had belief in T. Martin, didn't you?
Oh, big time. Big time, big time. We know T came in up on the Peyton. He was able to soak up all that knowledge and skills that Peyton already had them displayed, and then him putting his special, touches on what he already had within. I felt like T can take us where we need to go.
So you played in the NFL, what, about 10 years?
12.
12 years.
Yeah.
That had to be satisfying to be able to play at that level for that long.
Yes, especially after the first year. The first year first training camp, not even a full year. Me breaking my hip and they saying it was a career-ending injury, and me coming back and being able to I was just trying to last a season. After a season go by, trying to last another season. Before you know it, it was 11 seasons, 12 seasons up under my belt, and experienced a couple of Super Bowls and a couple of division championships.
The important question, how's your golf game?
It's better.
Better?
It's better. One of my best friends is here, Takio Spikes. He get on me so much about lessons. I still haven't taken lessons, but I've been on the range and playing a lot more, so it got a lot better now.
Did you ever have a chance to play at Augusta National, you being from Augusta?
You know what? I can't say I played, but I definitely went and put on Augusta National a few times. I actually used to work at the Augusta National when I was in high school for like 3 or 4 years.
What did you do there?
I used to serve tables, and I also worked in the kitchen. So I was actually there when Tiger won his first green jacket. So I actually served him and his father a table.
So that's like 1997.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. How about that? So
that was my last year working the Masters, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's my last year working.
It couldn't get any better than that, could it?
At all. At all.
So when you get your invitation to play at Augusta National, will you invite me to play with you?
Of course.
Right.
You're the first to act, so you got first dibs.
All right, I'm gonna work on my game.
Say no more. All right.
Deon, thank you so much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Good to catch up with you.
Thank you.